Hi, I'm Hannah Garrity. I look forward to leading you in understanding how to make a paper lace banner today. We're going to begin by looking at what I'm going to be showing you how to make today. This is the final product that you would download, and you can download all 4 of them, and then you'll project each one and trace the black spaces are what you're going to trace onto your paper. Each black space will be cut out, and once it's cut out, you will be able to see there will be a hole in the black space that would create darkness, and then in the final product, the space that's left is the paper, which is what will create the light. So it's a play of light and shadow in these pieces. Today I'm going to make this banner for you, the Madonna and Child Holy Family. And we are going to work off of the horizontal files because it's easier to project those and trace so that your paper stays horizontal. It's easier to keep your paper up there. So now that I have this file ready and up on my screen, I can prepare myself for putting my paper up. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's going to be viewed from somewhat of a distance. I went up too high here. And so if it's not perfectly lined up, and if you have to put a hole in the paper, you're going to be cutting the paper anyway. So these things are not a big problem. So the next step is to scoot everything over. So I've drawn all of the shapes that are black, starting here and going all the way down. Depending on your projector, you may have something that appears to go off. Once you push this up, just shorten it so that it doesn't go off the paper, so it's just a shape. So you can make those edits as you go along. So in order to make this shift, I am going to slide the document up, and then I'm going to slide it over like this, so that now this is the bottom of the banner, and these shapes right here will line up right here on the image once I scoot it over. here down, and don't worry so much about all of this up here lining up. If those things around here look like they're pretty lined up, then you're in a good position. This is an opportunity to use other materials. If you did not want to do the paper cutting, you could use markers. You could have people color in the spaces. You could use tempera paint. You could have people paint in the spaces. Both of those would be kid-friendly if you wanted this to be like a big coloring page or coloring poster that is then put up around your church somewhere. For our purposes, we're using a knife to cut it. So this is the folded newspaper. This one will probably last me through this middle part of the banner where I have the faces of the Madonna child and Joseph, husband of Mary. So when I'm going to put this underneath and just line it up with the pieces that I'm going to cut out. And basically the process is that you just start cutting. You're going to try to stay on the lines. When you were drawing, I mentioned staying inside the shapes. That's so that the spaces don't get too close to one another. To maintain the integrity of the banner. So if my spaces are too close, it makes it harder for the banner to stay in one piece. But this paper is nice and strong, so it shouldn't be an issue. When I'm cutting out teeny tiny spaces, you might go do the horizontal sides and then the vertical sides. Nothing has to be exactly the same way as you've drawn it. You know, if you go outside the lines or inside the lines, or if it's too sharp, or if you need to simplify the shape, that's fine. Whatever needs to happen to get it cut, that's what you want to do. Now, when it starts to pull a little bit on the paper and you might see some less smooth cuts, that's when you would want to break away your knife. To break this type of knife away, it has these little grooves, and I press down with my finger so the blade doesn't fly, and then it's at a 45-degree angle to match the 45-degree angle on the groove, and then I do a twist, and it breaks away the little piece of blade. I fold that inside a piece of paper so no one gets hurt taking the trash out. And then that goes into the trash. And I have a nice fresh blade to keep going ahead and cutting. So I'm doing the parallel shapes on anything that has parallel angles just to simplify my cuts and movement of my arm.